Hey viewers and friends, Andrew back at you with another video, and today we are going to be taking a look at my modern slasher collection. So here it is here on this lot of shelves. The last slasher collection we did was going through my retro stuff, and it's all on this side. I've actually rearranged it since doing the video, and I've put all my 80s slashers together. They look awesome, but today we're going to be taking a look at the modern stuff. So hopefully this video helps out a few people that have been asking me for recommendations in terms of modern slashers. My preference will always be the 80s stuff, but honestly there is some pretty good modern slashers, especially the independent stuff. So hopefully this video gives you a little bit of a recommendation on stuff that you should be checking out. So we're going to start with the remakes first, but a couple that I quickly will mention, but everyone knows about them. Jason Goes to Hell and then Jason X. Remake wise, there is quite a few slasher remakes. The first one we have is Black Christmas. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings on this one, but I really like it. One of the better slasher remakes, My Bloody Valentine. This is the 3D edition on DVD. This is a really good remake, easily one of the best in terms of slasher stuff. Prom Night, which is pretty bad. Sorority Row, which I still haven't got around to watching. And Toolbox Murders, which I honestly found really boring, so I don't really recommend that. Then we have All the Boys Love Mandy Lane. Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Bloody Bible Camp. This one is a fantastic low budget independent slasher that I highly recommend. Bloody Murder 1 and 2. These are really good, cheesy, fun slashers, so I recommend it. And you can pick up this 4-movie collection pretty cheap. I do believe that the individual DVD titles for Bloody Murder 1 and 2 are out of print. The Swedish slasher Blood Runs Cold, not very good. Camp Slaughter, highly recommend this one. One of the best throwbacks to an 80s slasher, so definitely well worth checking out. Cherry Falls. Delivery, pretty boring, don't really recommend it. Detention, didn't really enjoy this one at all. It's a comedy slasher. Dream Home, which is a phenomenal Asian slasher, and it has some of the most realistic kills ever. Definitely recommend this one. Grim Weekend. Guttables, highly recommend this one. This was fantastic, but I do not recommend it to the younger audience. Definitely for 18-year-olds and over. Hellbent, highly recommend this one. It's a really good gay-themed slasher movie with some pretty awesome kills, and it's got a great Halloween party setting. High Lane, definitely recommend this one. This is really good and amazing cinematography. Hills Run Red, which has a pretty cool killer. I quite like it. Very reminiscent in terms of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Invitation Only, another pretty good Asian slasher that I recommend. I Know What You Did Last Summer triple pack, pretty stock standard but not too bad. Jack Frost 2. Clown Camp Massacre, definitely not for everyone, but I was surprised how much I enjoyed this one. So if you're into really cheesy, campy slashers, definitely give this one a go. Surprisingly, it had really awesome looking kills. Laid to, if I can get it out, Laid to Rest. I'm probably the only one that really dislikes this movie. I don't like it at all, but everyone else seems to love it, so, you know, probably give it a go, but I don't like it. Malevolence, not your traditional slasher, but I really enjoyed it. It's got a really good story. Midnight Movie, really cool idea about a group of people trapped in a movie theatre and they get killed off, but the execution wasn't very good. Mr. Jingles, one of the worst movies ever made. My Super Psycho Sweet 16, highly recommend this one. This is fantastic. So definitely check this one out if you haven't. It's got 2 other sequels, part 2 and 3, which I need to get around to picking up at some point. My Pure Joy, didn't enjoy that. My Soul to Take, highly recommend this one. Pretty underrated, a lot of people seem to hate it, I don't know why. I think it was a pretty solid effort from Wes Craven. The Orphan Killer, definitely recommend this one. Fantastic independent slasher, really gory. P2, The Pumpkin Carver, which was shit. I didn't even finish that movie actually. Return to Sleepaway Camp. Santa's Sleigh, the Australian release, and Santa's Sleigh, the UK release. Okay, moving down. Satan's Little Helper with pretty mediocre cover art. This is really good, really cheesy, pretty silly Halloween themed slasher that I highly recommend. It's a ton of fun. Scarecrow, which was surprisingly pretty decent, and then the sequel, Scarecrow Slayer. See No Evil, this was really good. It definitely surprised me. I enjoyed this one a lot, and it had a pretty solid story, backstory with the killer as well. Apart from a couple of dodgy looking CGI moments, this is well worth checking out. Shredder, highly recommend this one. Love the setting. It's set on a ski slope with a bunch of skiers getting killed off one by... No, I think they're snowboarders actually that get killed off one by one. Really good though. This is an absolute must, and probably my favourite, or at least second favourite modern slasher ever, The Sleeper. Definitely pick this one up. It's amazing. Similar to like House on Sorority Row, Black Christmas, that sort of thing. Spirit Camp, Sweatshop. Didn't really enjoy this one. Terror Factor, which was terrible. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning. Love this one. It's my favourite in the franchise. The Tripper. Really good. The DVD of Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Comedy slasher, or a sort of a reverse style slasher. Fantastic movie. 13. And this one is the Ultimate Slasher Collection with the Bunnyman Massacre, which isn't that great. Mask Maker, which was excellent. I highly recommend Mask Maker, and I still haven't checked out Carnival Affair. So that's that. Last shelf of the DVDs, we have the Urban Legend Triple Pack Valentine. This one's pretty good, worth checking out. The Wilderness, this one is a great UK movie. I classify it as a slasher, but with a difference. definitely worth checking out. Then we've got the Wrong Turn movies, Wrong Turn 1, which is fantastic, Wrong Turn 2, Wrong Turn 3, if it's going to focus. I have Wrong Turn 4 on Blu-ray, which you'll see in a minute. A couple of documentaries. His name was Jason. This was really good. And Never Sleep Again. And then the last one, which I haven't put in alphabetical order yet on DVD, is The Killage. Highly, highly recommend this one. Fantastic Aussie comedy slasher. So those are the DVDs. Now on to the Blu-rays. We have the Scream 4-movie franchise pack. This one's pretty cool. Then I have the Blu-ray of Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Venom. This one's a really, really good supernatural sort of voodoo slasher. Great setting in a swamp. Highly recommend it. And the Blu-ray's really cheap. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake with my awesome custom cover art. I enjoyed this remake, and I actually enjoy it over the original. Great French slasher, Switchblade Romance, or also known as High Tension. Silent Night, which was fucking terrible. Do not recommend it. Blood Knight, The Legend of Mary Hatchet. Highly, highly recommend this one. It's got Bill Moseley and Danielle Harris in it. Some pretty good looking kills, and it's got an extremely high body count. There's like over 20 kills. House of Wax. Hatchet 2, which I can never decide between this and The Sleeper, which is my favourite modern slasher, but this movie is frigging amazing. Hatchet, which is great, but not quite as good as Hatchet 2, but still, these are both highly recommended, essential for a modern slasher collection. And then the pretty mediocre Friday the 13th remake. I actually forgot a couple of titles from my Blu-ray shelf, so I'm just going to quickly add them into the video. We have Freddy vs. Jason. I'm sure everyone's seen this one, but this is a really, really good fan service of Freddy and Jason fans. I definitely recommend it. It's not a great movie, but it is a lot of fun, and I always enjoy it. And in my opinion, Jason totally kicked Freddy's ass. Here's the Wrong Turn 4 Blu-ray. Wrong Turn 4 Bloody Beginnings. Eventually I want to get the entire series on Blu-ray, because it is a pretty good franchise. And then, as I mentioned before, this is the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Less said the better on this one. It's not a very good movie, and in my opinion, out of all the major slasher franchises, this is easily the worst remake. Guys, that is my modern slasher collection. I hope it's given you some ideas and recommendations of some titles that you should pick up. But yeah, that's the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks a lot for watching.